Hello! Today I wanted to talk about the journals I have going on. One is a planner, I guess, but yeah, I just wanted to show you this because I've seen quite a lot of videos where people go through their concurrently using journals, and I wanted to do the same. So I'm just going to start out with the more sort of, what should you say, utilitarian, boring? No, not boring, but utilitarian ones. So this is my bullet journal for work. I have a dedicated pen for it. It's this Platinum Preppy. So that's my work fountain pen. In this I have like a future log, an index, like all bullet journals, and then I have like weekly spreads. So this is one I've made for next week. This is an Alistair method to-do list, I guess, with the days of the week. So that's only the work days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the Norwegian initials, and then my tasks this way, and then the days I've planned doing that. So we have an event happening Wednesday, Thursday, so I've marked that with an open circle, and then I have stuff to do Monday at least, and so if this first one doesn't get finished on Monday, I will just put a dot on Tuesday as well. And then if more tasks crop up, which I expect they do, they will just get added at the bottom here. I've started adding our registration in at the bottom here, or like at some point, because I need to remember to do it, and it helps me remember when it's on this list. I also do, so at the bottom here, like from halfway down or something, I do sort of notes and stuff. That something crops up, I'll just do a note. And then these pages I use for meeting notes, for example, if I'm in a meeting and I want to take paper notes. So that's my bullet journal for work. It's been working really well so far. I started it in August, so it's working well for me. Next, we have my dedicated hour registration book. So basically, it's a weekly vertical planner, but I don't use it to plan. I use it to write down what happened. So I use it to write down all the things I did and when I did it. So the hours are already printed in here, and I just add the minutes after the hour to register what I was doing. So this is from February. Long time ago. But yeah, I can see exactly what I was doing in February. And how I use it is I write this in here before I put it into the the digital system that we use for our registration. So this just means I can be a little bit less distracted during my day, because I can just write it here during the day, and then at the end of the day I can input it into the system. So yeah, I realize it says 19 and 20 here, but since then I've just been refilling this with like inside refills, which has been really useful and a little bit cheap. So work doesn't say, "Oh, no more for you," which is good. Now we move on to the private ones. Oh yeah, the thing I have here, that's a mechanical pencil that I got at work. So that's what I write with in this one. It also fits nicely like on the edge here without being in the way, which is really good. And this cover, you can actually open here and put things in like this. There's just the morale boost thing that I have in here. But yeah, you can put receipts and everything in here if you're out traveling and stuff. So yeah, I really like this. It's I figured Post-it notes weren't doing much good, and so I wanted a system. So this has worked really well since 2019, basically since starting my current job. Okay, now we move on to the private ones. So this one is a cat journal. There's a section for Kuroi and there's a section for Bodil with like the data and everything. And for Bodil, for example, there's a lot of weighing. So I note down what her weight is at when I weigh her. And Kuroi has been in a few scrapes, so he's had to have medicines. And so I've made notes of the medicines and tried to keep track on like how long I was going to give them and stuff. So this is really useful, and it just stays here at home close to the cat stuff, so it's never gone and all the information is in one place. I just took a book that I had lying around and made it into a cat journal. Like on the back here, for example, is my vet's number. This just means I don't have to have information about my cats scattered throughout my normal journal. It can all be gathered here, which is useful. And for this one, I also have a dedicated pen. This is a Le Pen pen. It's just a fine liner like this. It's black fine liner, works really well. Then we come to my main journal, like the main event. This leather cover is relatively new. I bought it this autumn, August, no, something. I think it arrived early October, and I bought it from an Etsy shop called Smart Leather, I'm pretty sure. You can have free personalization with 2 initials on the cover, like 2 letters. So I got my initials. I also asked for a bigger pen loop that would fit fountain pens, and they delivered. So this cover has like 2 of these like flaps to put book covers in, one on each side. This side only has a pen loop, and this side has a little bit of a pocket, but it's not a pocket, it's just like a flap with slits in, but it still holds stickers and stuff. In here I have 2 books. I have my daily journal, just writing and stuff, and then I have this book which is kind of everything that's longer term. So it's a micro journal, book journal, crafting journal, and I'll show you. So I have spreads. The spreads I used to have in my previous journals, I used to have them in like between the daily writing areas to denote like a new month starting. But my writing volume is up. I'm writing more. I'm trying to write daily, and then suddenly I write through one of these books in just over a month, and it's no fun trying to like refer back to the previous book and that kind of thing. I don't like doing that. So I decided to put it in a separate book, but keep it in the same sort of package, so it goes everywhere with me anyway, or like everywhere I take my journal. And so we have October with like the books I read and a tracker. I also decided to make a tracker for a book I was reading because this was a book for a book club and I wanted to get done, and it was good motivation. So this is the one for November. We've just started filling it out. So this is not a planner at all. It's just noting down what actually happened and stuff I want to remember from that day. I find it really fun to look back on and to put the journal entries in some sort of context, because often I just write about what I'm thinking and like not really about what's happening, and so it's really nice to have like a shorthand, like a what did I do this month kind of thing. And then I also have a like books read for November with some things I track for each book and space to write what I thought about the book. This page, like the yeah, page number 2 of the book, or like other area, I don't quite know how to do yet because this is new to me, but I have a tracker. I have a tracker that tracks like meditation and journaling and different things. I also have some like books gotten, currently reading, and TBR. So TBR is books that I own that I haven't started reading. And then the rest of this like first bit of the journal is just for more pages like that. So more months, which will take me to April, I think. And then at the middle here we have ink samples, well, like swatches, ink swatches, green, red, blue, and sparkly. And then at the back we have crafting. So my measurements, the yarn I have, projects that are happening, fabrics I have, fiber I have, and then like a list of alterations and reparations I want to do, and then each of my currently happening crafts have a section back here. So I have space to do more crafts, and I think it'll be enough space until April. So that's this little book. Now you move on to the big book. It's just a brain dump daily journal kind of thing. I try to do morning pages, as in I write while I'm having breakfast or like just after breakfast. I also like paste stuff in, and in general this is my everything journal. So I put quotes and yeah, everything that I might want to put in a journal I put in here. And I expect to go through one of these maybe every 1.5 to 2 months. I'm currently using an MD notebook, so a Midori notebook. I'm kind of liking the like color of the page, which is kind of cream, but I don't quite like the what's it called? The grid. It's not quite to my taste. So next time maybe blank or lined, we'll see. So yeah, and in the back here I have a bunch of stickers, like cats and green stuff. So yeah, that's my main journal, and I really recommend this like leather place on Etsy. I can leave a link in the description. That was it. That was what I wanted to show you today, and I will see you next time. Bye!